I can still hear the clink of crystal glasses at night, the soft hum of violins bouncing off the marble walls. Success is its own sound, subtle, polished, enviable. I had just sold my company for $23 million. The ink on the contract was still wet. The wire hadn't even cleared yet, and already the vultures circled, dressed in designer clothes with painted smiles and greedy eyes. My wife's family was among them. Polite applause, forced laughter, champagne flowing like liquid gold. And then, a small flicker in the crowd that no one else noticed. Her sister, always watching me too closely, wearing that look as if she deserved everything that was mine. She thought I didn't see it, but I did. Her hand trembled slightly as she leaned over my glass. A shimmer of liquid, too thick for champagne, slid into the flute before she pulled back. Quick, practiced, subtle. The betrayal didn't hit me as shock. It felt like confirmation. I didn't flinch. I didn't call her out. I lifted a glass, pretending to admire the bubbles, and set it down beside another, her boyfriend's. When the room erupted into cheers, I switched the glasses as effortlessly as a handshake. By the time I raised my toast, he was already sipping from her gift. Within moments, color drained from his face, his smile collapsed, and he staggered, glass shattering on the floor. Her eyes, perfect, venomous, locked onto me. Not concern for him. Fear of me, that was my first taste of justice. But let me rewind. Years before the money, before the empire, before the quiet deals and boardroom victories, there was loyalty. I married into her family, thinking I'd gain allies, a second home. My wife was steady, kind, patient. Her sister? She played the part of the charming confidant, asking about my projects, laughing too loudly at my jokes, slipping compliments in places she had no business putting them. At first, harmless, until one night, late, I caught her lingering too close to my desk. She wasn't admiring my work. She was photographing confidential files. I confronted her. She cried, swore she was only curious. My wife begged me to let it go. Family, she said. Blood, she said. So I buried the suspicion, but I didn't forget. Then the whispers started. A failed investment traced back to her. A competitor with access to data only my inner circle should have known. Worst of all, I discovered she wasn't just stealing from me. She was plotting to destroy me, to inherit what her sister had married into. That night at the party wasn't her first attempt. It was just the one she thought would finish me. I survived not by luck, but by preparation. For months, I built my safety net. Every keystroke she logged, every file she stole, I traced. Every call, every secret meeting, I recorded. I had private investigators, lawyers on retainer, bank accounts shielded and untouchable. While she schemed, I calculated. While she poisoned glasses, I poisoned trust. By the time the deal closed, I had evidence enough to bury her 10 times over. Fraud, espionage, conspiracy. Even her boyfriend, the one convulsing on my ballroom floor, was just a pawn, fronting shell companies funded with money siphoned from my accounts. I didn't expose her at the party. No, that moment was for me alone, watching her panic as her plan collapsed before the very crowd she wanted to impress. The real strike came later. 3 weeks after the party, subpoenas arrived. Federal agents sealed indictments, asset freezes. Her face, once polished and smug, splashed across headlines. Socialite accused in corporate espionage scandal. My wife broke down when the truth came out. Betrayal is cruelest when wrapped in family. But I reminded her gently, none of this was her fault. Her sister made her choice. I stayed quiet through it all. No interviews, no statements. Let the world think I was just a victim of greed. They need to know I orchestrated every step, pulling strings with precision until she danced herself into a noose. When the trial began, I attended only once, sitting in the back, calm, silent. She spotted me as they brought her in, handcuffed, shackled, stripped of the glamour she weaponized. Her eyes begged for mercy. I gave her none. Revenge isn't born from rage. It's symmetry. The boyfriend she almost killed with her champagne trick survived, but not without scars. He testified against her in exchange for leniency, exposing every detail of their plot. Her own weapon, her own partner, gutted her defense. Perfect symmetry. She thought she could steal my future. Instead, I erased hers. Do I regret it? No. Regret belongs to those who doubt the worth of their survival. I built everything with sleepless nights, bleeding knuckles, and unshakable will. She thought she could steal it with shortcuts and poison. I gave her a taste of her own medicine, not in the glass, but in the collapse of everything she valued: status, wealth, freedom. Sometimes I think back to that party, the moment the glass switched hands, the way the light caught the bubbles, fragile and fleeting. One choice, 1 second, deciding who would fall. She wanted me gone. Instead, I watched her empire rot while mine multiplied. 23 million was just the beginning. The real fortune was watching her lose everything. And in that silence, her silence, my silence, justice was finally served.